I want to do something a little different. What I want to talk about is what our role is, and hopefully we can make a change in society, but what our role is in society, how we impact it, what we should be doing. There's some unfortunate things that happened over these past couple of days, and it sent the whole world into shock. It sent the community into shock. It sent every state in the United States into shock. And so I think it's something that we address. My community, the prepper community, is something we should address because we feel like we can make a change in it. And so today I'm going to talk about what it's like to be a sheepdog and the difference between sheep, wolves, and sheepdogs. So what's a sheepdog? A sheepdog is someone that has this instinctual urge to protect people. They don't need to be told to protect people. They don't need to be paid to protect people. It's something that's just inside of them. And there's a lot of people like that in society. It's not the majority in any way, but there's a lot of them in society. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. A lot of sheepdog volunteer for the military. A lot of sheepdog become police officers, become EMT, become doctors, become nurses. They get in the field because they want to help people. They want to restore people. They want to get people back on the right track. Those are sheepdogs. Sheepdogs make up about 10% of the population. Another 10% of the population are wolves. Wolves are people who decide to do evil. They just, you can't control them. They will always exist, no matter what you do. These are people who just have evil in them, around them, and on them, and they decide to harm and afflict innocent people and good people, or just regular people. And so you will have wolves. Wolves are pretty smart. Wolves look for weak prey. Wolves hunt in packs. Wolves know how to hit soft targets. They're not really looking for a fight, but they'll get into one if they have to. And they're deadly, they're precise, and they know how to attack. And so wolves make about 10% of the population. And so they aren't a big part of what the population is, but they will always exist. And part of my issue with current society, and according to Lieutenant Colonel Dave Grossman, who served in a military capacity for years, he also invented the sheepdog concept. I believe he was into psychology for the military and spent years looking into it, years trying to figure out how to get soldiers to kill because it's a hard thing. And he broke it down in the way I'm explaining it. And so, the wolves are just dangerous people. And the sheepdog are the ones that come into contact with the wolves. And I'll explain further what that means. Now you have sheep. Sheep are the everyday people that live their life. They're a cog in the wheel. They're participating in society. They're not necessarily harmful. Some may be criminals, but they're not really necessarily harmful and not going out there and harming people. And so sheep are just your everyday people that just want to live life. They don't want to worry about much. Sheep usually don't want to carry a firearm, or they don't want to live in a society where they have to worry about being attacked, right? And so when you live in a society where things are going well, everything's running smooth, there's no violence, it just looks good, the sheepdogs really get treated poorly because the sheep don't really want the sheepdog around, because it reminds the sheep that there are wolves and wolves are going to harm them. And so when there's attacks on sheep, the sheepdog really don't have a place or feel out of place in society until there's an attack, or until the sheepdog get to protect the sheep. And so the three that I just mentioned here is exactly what makes up the sphere of what the sheepdog mentality is, or concept. I do want to clarify a couple of things that I think is controversial. So I'll start by saying, just because you got your concealed carry permit, or you own a firearm, or you have one on you and you're in a public place and something happens, doesn't mean that you have the responsibility to take care of someone else. Doesn't mean that if you see something, you should go address it. That is not the sheepdog concept. If you have a firearm and you feel like your only people that you protect and that you serve is your family, and you need to get out of Dodge, and you grab your family, you get out that situation, no harm, no foul, no one is judging you. So you do what you feel you need is best for you and your family. As a prepper and in the prepper community, I will not condemn or hold anyone accountable for not doing anything if they see something. If you need to get out, you get your family out, you get to safety. I'm not portraying some type of hero fantasy or some savior fantasy where you get into a shootout with a mass shooter or a terrorist or someone, a bad person. I'm not asking you to be Batman. But what I am saying is that if you have it in you and you made yourself right with God, and you know that you are a protector, and this is your purpose on earth, is to protect others and protect the weak, and you fight for justice and you fight for peace, and you're not afraid of criminals and you won't back down from the wolves, then you might be a sheepdog. And if you feel like it's worth you risking your life to save someone, then you go ahead and do it. And anyone judging you for that is wrong, because this world is full of sheepdogs, wolves, and sheep. Figure out where you are. If you just care about you and your family and care for you and your family, that is okay. No one is telling you to go out there and go save people. Everyone should be calling 911. Everyone should be calling the authorities, and everyone should be trying to get to safety. But if you're in a situation where you can stop a threat and you choose to do so, more power to you. You are a sheepdog. So there's a huge internet debate where if you have a firearm, are you responsible for other people's lives, even strangers? No. You're responsible for the people you deem yourself responsible for. That is it. You have no responsibility to save others. So no one can tell you because you were in a house or a room or a building or outside with a gun that you should have did something. That is not their place. That is not my place. That is not what I'm here for. I'm only here to talk about the sheepdog concept. And if you see yourself as a sheepdog and you live your life as a sheepdog, head on a swivel, always looking for danger, always looking to not have someone get the drop on you, then if the shoe fits, the shoe fits. That is it. I want to keep it short because there's some things that are going on, and maybe y'all don't want to spend too much time on YouTube, but I do want to talk about how this impacts our ability to be a better citizen in our community. How if you recognize you're a sheepdog, you should probably get the proper training, proper shooting training, proper first aid training, and do your best that you can, so you can actually go into a situation and have the proper tools and the proper skills to address it. And I think if all the sheepdogs thought in this manner, society will be a better place. Y'all have a good night. See you soon.